As we've said, time is money, and you can waste both.
Yes.
It would be great to share where it went like terribly wrong. Just examples, because obviously it's not perfect, and I'm going to say, later on how unperfect organizing this event was, because it took so many different parts, and I was learning as I was trying to put this together and speak to everyone. And so yes, I'm sure we have some where you give your idea to someone saying this isn't going to work, but because they're the client, sometimes you have to do it anyway.
Sometimes, just to prove the point that it isn't actually working. If they're totally adamant, it's saying, look, okay, I'm going to do this, but I really don't think this is going to work, but I will do it, and there's the shot, and it's just kind of like, oh, well, I like it, and I just think, well, okay, and then do my version of it and put it in the mix if we have time. But generally speaking, it's a 50-50 kind of thing. There are times where, like Darren and I were talking about earlier, it's just like somebody phones up and says, actually, my mum's just died, I can't come. Or, my car's exploded. Or, I was on my way to a shoot once, and my alternator failed. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was on my way to a shoot, and it was deep in the Somerset countryside. It was just kind of, I'm going to be late. And the client changed the location for the shoot, so when I turn up, I don't recognise anything, and it's just like we've got a whole day and a complete lookbook to shoot, and it was just hellish. But we did it. So we just kind of dig deep and drink lots of coffee.
I've had occasions as well where models have turned up, and because they've been retouched to within an inch of their life, they turn up at the door and you don't even recognise them. Yeah. I've had that happen before. I've given specific measurements before, and models have come and they are not those specific measurements, but you think, I've got the collection here, I've got the photographer, I've got the hair, I've got the makeup. I've spent £2,500 on the location house. What am I going to do? And you work around it, but you're never ever happy with those shots. And I think sometimes you have to say, walk away from it. If you can't get the right components together, it's not meant to be that way. Leave it, postpone it, do it in a couple of weeks' time. Because I've wasted money like that,
Yeah.
You've got to love it.
You have to, because that's the representation of you going out there. That's got your name on it. If you're not happy with it, you don't share the images, and you don't want other people to share it either, because it's not right. And I think unless it's right, you shouldn't do it.
That's really good. Darren, I know you had some incidences.
I have similar things to both of what Amanda and Leslie are saying. And if people don't want to listen to any of my ideas, I let the whole shoot go by, and then the images are crap. And then I go, you know what, don't credit me, it's fine, you paid me, that's enough. End of. And that's it.
Don't put my name in.
Don't put my name on it, yeah.
Hi. You know how you said then how don't credit me but you've been paid. Aren't you still worried about your work still being out there with your name?
No, because then they can't put my name on it. I say make up a name. Yeah, I don't want to be a part of it.
So if
Yeah.
someone asks them,
You paid me, that was it. I don't have to be credited. End of. Yeah.
Okay. Deborah, I know you.
I have one very close to the front of my brain, because today, and I won't name any names, but a very big celebrity, so there are two examples. One's a big enough celebrity to do whatever he wants on the front of the book. So there was an amazing cover. We were all marketing and so forth. We're very excited. We thought, oh, best cover ever. The book's going to sell anyway. This is beautiful. Getting quite attached. Today, I found out the cover changed. Hate it. Everyone hates it. But it will go because it's what the talent wants. because the talent is at that level where they get what they want. It's not the best cover, and I don't think anybody would agree that it's the best cover, especially against the previous one. But I think sometimes you go with the talent because the talent gets to say at the end of the day. The book will still sell, but it's a bit of a creative sadness within you. Really. But there's another one, again a celebrity, not as well known in this market, but known. And it was a cover that only they were happy with. Only they were happy with it. And we, alternatives, no, this is the cover, this is the one. It's an iconic cover, iconic photo. And it is the cover. And we knew it was going to affect the sale of the book. And we knew that. But again, you go with it because, at a certain point, once you've shown everything, it's her book. And it did. Honestly, we can't give the book away. And it's such a shame because I think the insides are fabulous. So, 2 examples, 2 very different outcomes. One is going to go through the roof anyway because of who's on the cover and they carry that kind of weight. There was a better cover to choose. They chose the one they wanted. The other one really needed the cover that was going to push it out there. And that cover wasn't chosen, and that kind of suffered as a result now. So yeah, we get that.
And especially if you buy books depending on the cover.
Absolutely.
That's not going to work.
Is that book over there?
No. I didn't bring that book. One of them's not out with another one I won't bring because I'm not trying to get in trouble. But yes.
Yes, please.